Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel. In this video, a quiet but powerful storm is building inside India's government offices. And it's about something that affects millions of families, their life after retirement. A pension system that once guaranteed financial security has been replaced, modified, and debated for years. And now, as discussions around the 8th Pay Commission begin, employee unions are raising a big demand once again. Bring back the old pension scheme. Before we go into the topic, we request you all to subscribe to our channel and support us. For decades, government employees in India worked with one strong assurance. After retirement, they would receive a fixed monthly pension linked to their last drawn salary. This meant stability and predictability for the rest of their lives. Under OPS, employees typically received around 50% of their last basic salary as pension, along with regular dearness allowance increases to keep up with inflation. But everything changed in 2004. On 1st January 2004, the government decided to discontinue OPS for all new central government recruits. In its place came a completely different system, the National Pension System, or NPS. This new model shifted pensions from a guaranteed benefit to a contribution-based system. Under NPS, both the employee and the government contribute a portion of the salary into a retirement fund during the employee's career. That money is then invested in financial markets. When the employee retires, the final pension depends on the returns generated by those investments. This change introduced something that never existed in the old system: uncertainty. Market performance could influence retirement income. If investments perform well, pensions may be higher. But if markets underperform, the pension could be lower than expected. For many employees, this uncertainty has been a constant concern for nearly 2 decades. Because of this, employee unions have repeatedly demanded the restoration of OPS. Over the years, they have submitted proposals, held discussions, and raised the issue in multiple forums. However, the government has consistently maintained that restoring OPS would create a huge financial burden on the national exchequer. Instead of bringing back the old system, the government recently introduced another option, the Unified Pension Scheme, or UPS. The UPS was designed as a middle path between OPS and NPS. It aimed to provide employees with a minimum assured pension while still keeping the contribution-based structure of NPS. In theory, it was meant to address employee concerns while maintaining financial sustainability for the government. But when employees were given the option to choose the new scheme, the response turned out to be surprisingly small. According to data shared in Parliament, only about 122,123 central government employees had opted for the Unified Pension Scheme as of 30th November 2025. This number includes new recruits, existing employees, and even some past retirees who were eligible to switch. At first glance, the number may seem significant. But when compared with the roughly 23 to 25 lakh eligible central government employees, the participation rate becomes clear. Only around 4 to 5% chose UPS. Among those who opted for it were around 38,000 civil employees and more than 23,000 railway staff. Even after the government extended the deadline multiple times, from 30th June to 30th November 2025, the adoption remained limited. For employee unions, this weak response is not just a statistic. They believe it reflects a deeper lack of confidence in the current pension framework. 2 major organizations, the Confederation of Central Government Employees and Workers and the All India Defence Employees Federation, have now renewed their demand to scrap both NPS and UPS and fully restore OPS. These demands were submitted to the drafting committee of the staff side of the National Council of Joint Consultative Machinery, which represents employees during consultations with the government. And the timing of this demand is important. Right now, the 8th Pay Commission has begun its early consultations. The commission was officially announced on 16th January 2025. And its terms of reference and members were notified in November 2025. Its job is to review pay structures, allowances, and pension frameworks for central government employees and pensioners. Employee unions had hoped that the restoration of OPS would be included in the official terms of reference of the Commission. However, when the government released those terms, the proposal was not included. Despite that, unions are expected to keep pushing the issue during discussions with the Commission. From their perspective, the low response to the unified pension scheme strengthens their argument. They say employees clearly prefer a guaranteed pension system rather than one linked to market performance. But the government continues to defend the current system. Officials argue that a fully government-funded pension model like OPS would significantly increase long-term financial obligations for the country. Managing pension liabilities for millions of employees could become extremely expensive in the future. This is why policymakers believe a contribution-based system such as NPS is more financially sustainable. So now, two powerful viewpoints are standing face to face. On one side are employee unions demanding certainty and guaranteed pensions. On the other side is a government focused on managing long-term fiscal pressures. And right in the middle of this debate sits the 8th Pay Commission, which could influence how pensions evolve in the coming years. For millions of government employees, teachers, railway workers, defense staff, clerks, and officers, this is not just a policy debate. It's about their future. It's about whether retirement will come with guaranteed financial security or with the uncertainty of market-linked returns. And as the discussions around the 8th Pay Commission move forward, one question continues to echo through government offices across the country. Will India ever return to the old pension scheme? Or has the era of guaranteed pensions quietly come to an end? If you found this information valuable, please share it in your WhatsApp and Facebook groups. Comment below with your questions and don't forget to subscribe for fact-based updates. Thank you for watching this video.